This is a new day. This is Saturday.
Yep, Saturday. Everything's closed. So
Saturday, everything's closed, and we've run into a wonderful problem. Yesterday,
tiny problem.
I didn't really do a bit on it, but yesterday, Friday, we had a little bit of trouble with the car. A little bit.
Well, when he says a little bit, if you classify as the car not starting as a little bit of trouble, and we had to ditch it at the top of a mountain, that's a little bit, sure.
Yeah. So the car.
I've got the keys.
Yeah, so the car wouldn't start, and it had to get abandoned at the top of the mountain. So it is just sitting up there currently.
There's no problem. It's parked. It's just there.
Yeah, because it wouldn't start.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, okay, don't know what to do. Very fortunately, there were some French people up there that were able to give us a ride back into town, because it probably would have been a 2.5-hour walk.
And very fortunately, I knew French because they didn't speak a word of English.
Yeah, so we would have potentially been far worse off. However, being a Saturday in France, nothing's open, including the garage.
And including emails.
Yeah, so now that leaves us in a slightly peculiar situation where not sure what we're going to do.
Yes, because we were supposed to drop this car off there today at 5:30. It is now 2:32, and obviously the car's not here because it doesn't work. So we don't know what to do.
Yeah, so
I think we should contact the nearest U.S. embassy and arrange a extradition.
Yeah.
For you at least. Anyways.
Yeah, I can. Well, you can go contact the nearest Greek embassy.
Yeah, they're not going to answer.
Yeah, so this is a fascinating conundrum to be in. We'll keep you updated. We have had marginal success with the vehicle today.
You mean no success? I still have the keys, it's still on the mountain, and we're still screwed.
Yes, all of the above are true. However, we're now in town, and we've got a slightly upgraded view for a night. We also have Orangina.
Yeah.
Which should be quite nice, and our all-dressed Canadian chips. So, outside of that, today is doing pretty okay. So now we'll just, admire the view of the town, and yeah, it's quite nice. We've come from dinner at the hotel restaurant, but the thing that's just surprising and confusing and amazing all at the same time is this is just like any other fancy restaurant.
Standard.
Like, it's
Standard.
It's very standard, and it just looks like any other restaurant. The menu is like any other restaurant. The prices are like any other restaurant. We even have French water that beckons about how they're saving kilometers.
Yeah, so this is, you'll see this in the full-length documentary. Like, comment, subscribe. But it basically talks about how this brand of water has sources all across France, so it takes less kilometers to get to you as the consumer. I just don't think they considered that France has more territories outside of France. So that's a bit of a misleading slogan there. Busted.
Just a wee bit, but yeah, I am very excited to see how dinner will be tonight. And the view outside in the sunset is just phenomenal. Just finished shooting a little bit for the doc. I'm doing a little bit of the YouTube, but it's amazing how food manages to somehow look. Andrew's half into it. Like, look at that steak. It's amazing.
Just amazing.
It's amazing how, there really is nothing different here. Food is food. Society is society. The world is the world.
The world is subsidized heavily.
Heavily subsidized.
That's a commercial vehicle. Let's sit down.
Yeah, makes sense. We come to you another bright and early morning here in
Saint-Pierre.
Thank you. It's a little nippy out. We're currently making our way to the ferry over there to take the ferry into Canada.
Yeah, but we just got off the subway.
Oh, yeah.
Ferry.
Because there's definitely a subway here.
Yeah, no, there is.
As we're walking past.
Horses.
They do seem to have a bus on the island that looked quite large. I'm not sure who it takes or why it exists. I'm not sure what demands the need of a bus here, but they have one.
To fill up the stadium, obviously.
Yeah, the very big and poppin' stadium. But yeah, it'll be interesting. We're going to do a whole little series in the doc thing about the ferry and kind of how and why that works, because it doesn't quite make the most sense, but it's here. It is here.
It is.
And maybe we'll get an answer about the car. That's been the underlying theme of these videos, will probably be the uncertainty of la car.
If anyone knows the movie Dude, Where's My Car? In this case, it's Dude, I know where the car is, I just can't get it.
Yeah, basically that. It'd be like a 2.5 hour walk
It's actually Dude, how do
to
I get
walk
my
up
car?
to it, and most of it would be uphill, so more of a hike to get to the car. So, yeah, not good.
I'm gonna hike back down because obviously we can go to work.
Yeah. So tomorrow we
Unless
will.
it's had a nap up there and now it's feeling fine. Maybe we should just.
Who knows? Tomorrow we'll get to walk back to the car shop as it's open, and
Or tonight, if the lovely man, the concierge at the hotel, has found some jump leads.
yeah. So we'll get an answer in some point in the next 24 hours. What's happened to the car?
Kidnapper's van.
Oh god, it feels very weird to see the Chevy
It's got French
kid
plates.
van with French license plates.
And no DOT number on the side.
Yeah. Well, you know. And the pinball wizard.
Yeah.
Well, now it's ferry time. We've done the pre-embarking for the boarding. This seems to be our this is okay. You can get on ticket equivalent as well as the mobile phone tickets. It's quite advanced. But the actual boarding list is just a series of spreadsheets with every passenger on it. It does look quite full. I think there are probably 50 names. Interestingly, there are people as diverse as Australia, so it should be interesting to see kind of what the composition of the ferry is. We've boarded the ferry. It's quite good, yeah.
It's a very nice ferry. These actually look like EasyJet seats.
Yeah, they do. There's quite a number of rows, lots of seating. We've even been given a paper CBSA declaration form. I've never actually seen one of these before, nor filled one out. And of course, being Canada, it's bilingual and in French.
In duration of stay in Canada.
0, 1.
Is it technically? It is 1 day. Can we do 1 day?
Yeah, that's 0, 1, 2 hours. Something of the sort. We've now approached the coast of Newfoundland.
Yeah.
We have cell service once more. It seems we have entered the Canadian territory. This will be my final and last province, I believe, to have visited in Canada, so I am somewhat excited. The town here also has fewer residents than St. Pierre as a whole. It's apparently only 1,500, so very fascinated to see how this will be. We've now entered the wonderful Canadian province of Newfoundland, and it is a little desolate looking up here. How are you enjoying Canada?
Well, it's funny again, and I guess we'll do a thing about this on the documentary.
We've come back to the ferry. It's very full this time around. Very, very full. We've now made it back to St. Pierre.
No. Made it back to civilization.
Yeah, I'll kind of agree with that. Canada was not given much energy. It felt very, yeah, not great. But, you know, it was a cool experience on the ferry.
Great.
I got a passport stamp. He once more didn't.
Yeah, I asked the guy, and he was like, "No, you don't get one."
No stamp for him, one stamp for me. But yeah, no, quite nice. We'll report back. We're now on our terrible long walk back to the hotel.
Which is weird because I think it's the same distance as the distance from the apartment I stay in usually in New York to the subway station.
He's probably right. But instead it's to the wonderful, nice French but not French hotel. And yeah. Haven't done any vlogging. It's a new day. The weather's degraded severely, as you can tell. However, the adventure for the day is if we look right over there. I don't have the lav on, so the audio is going to be garbage. That's the airstrip, and we're trying to set up a shot between this camera and the FX3 and getting the plane to land from overhead, because this is the inbound ASL charter that we interviewed the airline about today. That literally runs 12 times a year. It's seasonal. It's rare, it's seasonal, it's special. We'll fly on it tomorrow to Paris. But today, we want to catch the plane as it lands. Massive digger has appeared, clogging up the entire road. Oh my god, I had an NHS sticker on it. So, we've now deposited our car back. We've had wonderful, I don't know what this beer is, I don't know what's in it. but it all tastes very good. I found another one while we were here, and they taste like kids juice.
Yeah.
They're sweet. They have nice flavors. The other one was like peach rosé,
Wait, I want to take a picture here.
and it's quite nice.
Another thing, which is to note, because we actually have freedom in Europe, you can have this on the street.
Yeah, well,
Isn't that a revolutionary concept? No guns, but freedom.
street beers, yay!
Safety.
We like street beers. Street beers are good. There's also this house here that looks like brand new construction. If you look at it, it looks like it's all built very, very modernly and very, very nicely, but probably very, very expensively. Now there's cars coming. Taxi's going quickly.